Wedding crashing. Guess people are still doing it, even though it's been about 20 years since the movie Wedding Crashers came out. It was kind of a fun little story of this couple, Danny and Daisy. They got themselves married, and then afterwards we're looking at their wedding photos and realized, hey, wait a minute, here's two people that we do not recognize from the photos.
Hey everybody, we need a little help. We just got married in October, and today we got our photos from the wedding back, and we had a photo booth, and there's two people that we did not invite to the wedding.
Took pictures
and showed up. So we're gonna reveal a photo of them. If you know them, let us know. All right, here's those girls that crashed our wedding. We're genuinely not even mad.
We're not mad.
We think it's hilarious.
Hope you had fun.
We honestly would want to meet you and get lunch, like just hear your story. So let us know if you know them.
Well, I guess when they found out that they weren't actually mad at them, Valerie and Grace Lynn stepped forward and they actually had a Zoom call together saying, yeah, we were the ones that crashed your wedding. And they kind of explained exactly how they got to that point.
So I'm Grace Lynn. And
I'm Valerie. I was in town visiting Graceland in Milwaukee. We don't live in the same city. And you can take it from there if you want.
yeah, Valerie was in town visiting. We decided one night, we had no plans. We said, oh, why don't we go try wedding crashing? We got all we looked up the most popular wedding venues in Milwaukee and then basically just drove around town to each venue to see if there was a wedding happening. And so we stumbled across your venue, went inside. We followed the music and where it was coming from and found your wedding.
Huh.
It's that easy.
Wow.
Is it that easy?
Yeah,
My sister did it. Her and her husband did it. They were just at a hotel and they noticed a big wedding, a fancy wedding was going on. They didn't sit and eat the meal, but they went in there, they mingled, they drank all the drinks, they did the champagne toast, they had cake.
Well, some weddings I think it's going to be tougher than others, but yeah, there's definitely weddings out there that nobody is expecting wedding crashers, and there's too many people involved, and they may not just even be on the radar. And if you have that kind of situation, you could totally do it.
And the bigger the wedding, the easier it is.
Yeah, if you try to do that at like a 15-person wedding, that'd be tough.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just curious if there's anybody that has done this successfully, or do you do this regularly where you might just call up a girlfriend and be like, hey, you want to go crash some weddings? Let's see what we got. And you got maybe a hot spot where you just kind of slip in and it's always easy.
I mean, do it at a fancy, like, upscale hotel. Do it at a wedding with like 150 people or more. And I don't think there's a way for you to get busted.
Well, think about it. People are drinking, especially you have a bunch of people. And if it's the kind of wedding where you've got people you don't know, that
Yeah.
that's even been invited.
And don't go to the ceremony. Go to the reception and get there a little bit late.
One person in the KVJ TV chat on YouTube, they'd said when they have weddings on Fort Lauderdale Beach, it's one of the easiest things. Just kind of slide in. They got a little beach party going on. There's food. There's cocktails. It's a great time. Yeah, some people do it for sport. Crash weddings. It sounds like sometimes the people don't even mind, based on a viral story where there was a couple that discovered two people they didn't recognize in their wedding photos, and they put out a little search on TikTok, and sure enough, we're able to track them down, and they had a little Zoom call, and it's all good. Everybody's all fine with it. Now, Katie in Parkland, she said, my girlfriends and I used to crash parties and weddings. The one party we did was a random in New York City. It was a Hungarian reception. Man, it was amazing. But we did peak at about the age of 30 and didn't do it after that. Seems like it might be a young person's game.
It is. It's a young person's game.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're naughty and older, do it. Have fun.
It's kind of a fun story, too. Somebody texted in. They said, yeah, I crashed a wedding. I met a girl there who also had crashed the wedding. We've now been married 16 years.
Wow.
That's pretty solid, right?
That is fate bringing two kindred spirits together.
Yeah. Amy from Jupiter, you've crashed a wedding before, Amy?
Yes, I did actually. It was my cousin's wedding in Massachusetts. I was in my 20s. My husband and I were newly married. Mm-hmm. And let's just say the wedding was not very exciting. Like 3 people on the dance floor, everybody sitting.
Yeah.
So we heard loud music coming next door. and saw there was another wedding going on, and it was a very large wedding, and people were coming out stumbling, laughing. So there was a group of about 6 of us that said, we're going over there. Let's see if we can crash this wedding. We walked right in, started dancing on the dance floor, and the bride ended up coming over. And she was like, hi, I don't think I know you guys. And we were like, no, you don't. We just crashed. We're actually here for my cousin's wedding, and it's not as exciting as yours. And she was so happy. She was like, yay, stay as long as you want. It's open bar. Go get drinks. Have a good time.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
It was the best.
That is very cool. That's a great story.
Did your cousin miss you though at theirs?
No, he didn't even have any idea that we were gone.
That's funny.
That's a complete win.
No.
That's so funny.
No. So that was a completely unplanned crash, and it was successful.
No, that's great too. And you look at it that way. She probably was so flattered that her wedding was so fun that it was drawing people from the boring wedding next door. I could see you loving that, Virginia.
Yes, now it's a competition. Who
Yeah.
has the best party?
Right. Who's got it going? Connor's on here from Davie. It wasn't a wedding, but you did crash a big old company party one time, Connor.
Yeah, what's up, KVJ?
What up?
So it's an interesting story. We were in LA on business. I was with the president of my company. He wanted to go to this specific bar. We get there, and there's security outside that says you can't get in. So they're having a bad robot holiday party. We park and go in, or we walk up. Security says, "Hey, this is what are you here for? We're here for the Bad Robot production party. That's the J.J. Abrams production company."
Oh,
we
wow.
get upstairs. We don't sit down. Yeah, it was crazy. Free drinks, all the stuff. But the best part was, as we're standing there kind of talking to a few people, the next thing we know, entertainment comes on, and it's the freaking Dan Band, that group from The Hangover, the ones that put the cuss words into all the songs.
Yes.
And it ended up being one of the greatest nights I've ever had. It was awesome.
No way. That is so cool. Wow. Oh, that is great. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, if you see a party, just walk on in and own it. That's cool. Did you guys get busted at all?
No. In fact, similar to that previous story, a guy came up to us and was like, "Hey, I don't know if I know you guys." And he said, "Well, we just happened to get in." He goes, "Oh, you're crashers. That's awesome. I can't believe it worked." So it's amazing.
That's such a great story. I think it's fun. I think people respect the game of, people that have crashed, and it's like, all right, that's cool. I'm not gonna blow up your spot. Have a good time.
No, especially if I'm the one hosting the party.
Yeah.
And I have paid the venue for
Right.
what's called open bar. Now, if they're counting cups, that sucks because that means you got to pay per drink. But if it's an open bar and you've paid a certain amount per hour to just have the alcohol free flowing, yeah, what do I care if 2 or 3 people come in and drink on it?
The crashers got to be cool though. They can't come in there and wreak havoc and be. They got to be. If you're gonna crash, you got to be cool.
They got to
Right. Yeah, you
blend
do.
Yes.
and they got to match the vibe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is how we do. It's the KVJ Show.